people are blinded to the truth. They want to complain about everything that happens, but they don't want to do anything about it. That's my comment.
Okay, Robert, we'll hear from our next caller in Arlington, Texas. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I would just like to say that what I'm saying.
Are you there, caller?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, there you are. You're back. All right, go ahead with your comment.
Hi, yes. Thank you for taking my call. I would just like to say what I'm seeing happening in the White House is no different than what's been happening to low-paying wage people. If you're not liked on your job, they dismiss you. If you're not standing with the clique, then you're ousted. So I mean, it's bound to start happening in the White House, and it's good to see it that it's been televised, that this is actually happening. If you don't like this person, if this person don't go along with you because you're a manager or something, then you're fired. Or if you have a different opinion than someone on the job, you're fired or you're cast out and things like that. So it's no different what's happening at these minimum wage jobs that's happening in the White House now, and it's good to see.
Okay, caller, your thoughts.
I think it's so interesting that you brought up the issues that you're seeing in the workplace, because the conflict that we're experiencing, this sense of incivility that we're seeing in government, we're seeing that in the workplace. And our organization spends a lot of time working in Fortune 500 companies, in government, in the workplace, addressing issues between managers and supervisors and frontline staff, and the types of tensions that people are experiencing on the outside. It's happening in the workplace. And so it's the same type of issues where people need to learn certain types of communication skills in order to help them address issues in the workplace and in the community.
Let's go to Cleveland. Yvonne is watching, a Democrat. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say I think the country's so divided because Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 2,864,000 and some change. I think they should just get rid of the Electoral College because the reasons they started it no longer apply. People are informed. They have the information. There are no more slave states. I just think that would make a difference if your vote really actually counted.
Stephen Dinkin, what do you make about the institutions of our democracy?
Well, whether we maintain the Electoral College or not, I don't believe that the institutions themselves are the issue. I do think that the country is divided. We're in a situation in the present day where people are divided. It's a very diverse community, and division in and of itself is not the problem. It's fine that people are divided. It's the way that they interact with each other, and the institutions that we have in government, the way the Constitution was established, it's really set up to promote discussion and dialogue and deliberation. I mean, that's the key elements of our society. So we need to enforce and ensure that these institutions stay strong.
We'll go to Los Angeles. David, an independent, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm thinking better angels. And I was listening to the just recently fired Secretary of State calling on us to have acts of kindness, and that Washington, D.C. is a mean place. I would submit to you that the kind of spirit that we have in the land, and I think you've been touching on it, with our inability to dialogue with each other for the sake of an objective, positive result is out the window, and that the way in which we're engaging is just exacerbating matters. And so I'm thinking, you know, every nation and people have a warner or a prophet. And I think Martin Luther King was that prophet and warner for this space and time that we live in. Because if we don't tap into a spirit of love and a spirit that gets us to a place where we don't fear our bullies, you know, we talk about our better angels. On the other side of our better angels is this bully, mean-spirited, obstinate, crazy spirit that is just defiant to anything that deals with the human compassion and a willingness to cooperate, right? And I think this has shot through, infused our spirit in America today, to which you listen to the radio programs, everything is like attack, 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 right?
Okay, David, I'm going to leave it there and have Stephen Dinkin respond to you.
Martin Luther King, during that era, with all the marches and the rallies, that was a moment of civic engagement. And I'd like to see more civic engagement in today's society. And I believe that the incivility that we're all experiencing at all levels of society, whether it's in the household, in the community, what we hear in social media, listening to the radio, on TV, in government. What is happening, as I said before, it's creating a sense of apathy. And the march that is going to be happening on Saturday is a great example of people coming together to make a statement. And whether you're on that side of the belief or on the other have a different perspective, it actually doesn't really matter. It's the action of being involved, calling into a show, marching, being engaged as society, not being apathetic. Because unless we really have the discussion, unless we really have the debate, we're not going to see change in our society. And going back to the days of Martin Luther King, people were engaged across this country, whether you followed his beliefs or not.
March for Our Lives rally, by the way, kicks off at 12 p.m. Eastern Time here in Washington, D.C., and you can tune into our coverage on C-SPAN, cspan.org, or get the free C-SPAN radio app. We will begin the conversation, though, at 7 a.m. Eastern Time here on the Washington Journal. For the 3 hours of our program tomorrow, we're going to be talking to Americans 25 and younger. We'll be having our guests, students, high school students, and other youth from across the country here joining us on the Washington Journal for that conversation. Stephen Dinkin, we're going to leave it there for now. President of the National Conflict Resolution Center, thank you for your time this morning.
That's my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. When we come back, open up the phone lines. You can call in on anything that we've discussed here this morning on the program. Also, what's happening here in Washington. There are the phone lines on your screen. We'll be right back.